The press release speaks for itself. However, there are certain issues that I'd like to address besides what the press release says. First, let me tell you, essentially, we're asking the Elections and Boundaries Commission to do the right and honorable thing as persons of integrity, to resign at this point. Why? Because they were asked by the Constitution to do a job. Redistricting is a fundamental part of the job they should be doing. They did the best they could. They sent it to the National Assembly. The National Assembly rejected it unceremoniously, didn't even give it the time of the day, a discussion. The right and honorable thing to do when persons of integrity are in that situation is to resign and give somebody else the opportunity to do a job that they cannot do. Essentially, that is the press release. However, there is something very subtle that maybe few people are thinking about, not even maybe the Prime Minister himself. The Constitution gives the Prime Minister the right to call snap elections, the right to call elections whenever he is ready. If the Elections and Boundaries Commission, who has a mandate to run elections and nobody else can do that in the country, if they are not ready to run elections, if they don't have a valid list, at least a legal one, then the Prime Minister will be asking them to do something they cannot do. And that is taking away from the flexibility of the Prime Minister to govern. So I think I'm calling out at this point in time for the Prime Minister to be on our side, to tell the Elections and Boundaries Commission to do its job. If they don't do their job, then he can't do his. And his right to govern will be minimal. His right to be governed will be hamstrung. So that is the subtlety of what is happening to us within the next 18 months. And here is something I'd like to say also, that this is exactly what is happening to Belize when it comes to governance. Few people are looking down the road. Few people can see further than their noses when it comes to what will happen next. Within 18 months, Belize should have elections. Within 1 year, Belize should be in campaign mode, if, of course, all is well. So within 1 year, we should at least have an idea who we will be representing if we're running for elections, or who the people need to know who they should be voting for. It takes time to do that. Therefore, we sounding an alarm now is critical, because if we do not act at this time, then it will get later and later, and Belize will be in a chaos very soon.